Hi, everybody. I recently caught up with Amir Khan and Atif Khan, the co-founders of Alkira, a startup that's just emerged from stealth with some pretty interesting ideas on how to simplify the provisioning and management of enterprise networks in cloud and multi-cloud environments. Their last startup was Viptela, an SD-WAN pioneer with deep expertise in MPLS, so this one should be pretty interesting as well. Here's the conversation.
My name is Amir Khan. I'm the CEO, co-founder of Alkira. We started Alkira in 2018, and we were looking for the next big problem to solve in the industry. Came across the cloud, started digging deeper, and saw that the clouds solve compute, storage, applications problems very, very well, but networking seemed to lag behind in somewhat in single cloud environments, but more so when you started using multi-cloud environments. So it exponentially increased the complexity for many reasons. I mean, learning multiple constructs in different clouds and different way of doing things. And not only from the connectivity perspective, but also deploying higher layer services. So before we get into the details, a little bit more on our background. Both Atif and I were at Viptela. I was a co-founder CEO, and he was a co-founder, VP of technology. And then after that, we started this company. And Viptela obviously was one of the key SD-WAN players, the leading SD-WAN player, who envisioned that marketplace.
What is the problem set that you set out to solve with this new company?
From the connectivity perspective, when you go into the cloud, you have certain capabilities available today in the market where you can mostly come to the edge of the cloud network. And if you want to do anything inside the cloud, that's where the challenges reside. And there are some players who are providing orchestration capabilities which do not abstract the underlying infrastructure from you. You still have to understand all the nitty-gritty details of each cloud that you're sitting in, whether it's AWS or Azure or GCP or Oracle or let's say IBM in the future, or if you're international, you can go to Ali Cloud and many other clouds, right? So what we are set out to do is provide a unified way of connecting to all clouds, just one way, and deploy common services across the globe. So, and you can do it as a service in minutes, which has not been the case so far. Even if you wanted to deploy some solution in the cloud today, you would have to deploy individual nodes and figure out the architecture and how do you deploy services, scale them up and down. It just becomes very complex very quickly.
So Jim, basically what we are building is a service, we call it the Alkira Cloud Services Exchange. So it's a cloud services, as the name tells you. It's a cloud services exchange. In short, what we are doing is we are leveraging the public cloud infrastructure. So wherever these cloud providers are, we can leverage their infrastructures to build our virtual presence there. So it's a software solution which we are building. And from our customers' point of view, they're consuming it as a service. So here, if you look at these are, the whole thing is Cloud Services Exchange. We call the service as Cloud Services Exchange. What it comprises of are the cloud exchange points. Now here, what you are seeing, 6 of those in the middle, these are cloud exchange points. And then you can think of these as virtual points of presence or virtual colos. They are, you asked a question like, where are we sitting, or where are these sitting? They are sitting on the hyperscale infrastructure of public cloud providers, let's say AWS or Azure or GCP. So underneath, it doesn't matter which cloud we sit on. We are cloud agnostic. The way we have come up with these CXPs or built these CXPs, we can pretty much spin these CXPs up or start supporting a region with CXPs pretty much anywhere where there's a cloud provider, one of the major cloud provider supports a region. In this example, you have 6 of these cloud exchange points. Here you either bring your own services from a network perspective, networking services, security services. You spin those up in these cloud exchange points. From these cloud exchange points, you decide like which clouds you're going to connect to. So here you can think of connecting to AWS or Azure or GCP or Oracle Cloud, MultiCloud, and then also SaaS applications, internet from there. But in the middle, before you connect to those workloads or applications that you have sitting in those clouds, you can go through those networking services like firewalls or load balancers, or you can move some of the networking services from your data center into these cloud exchange points like your DDI or your IPAM, your remote user, let's say SSL VPN concentrators. You can move all of those services into these cloud exchange points. And now you also have to connect your users who are sitting in campuses or data centers or remote branches to these cloud exchange points. So how do we connect those? We just use the existing wide area network, which might be your SD-WAN, might be your private MPLS, or could be just technologies like pure or plain IPsec from your existing CP devices. So you use those existing WAN technologies to connect to our CXPs. And within these CXPs, if here you have 6 CXPs, which could be sitting in 6 different places on the globe. So it's a full mesh of connectivity. So there's a full global multi-cloud transport between these CXPs. So you could connect from any point on this CXP or any endpoint which is connected to any of these CXPs to any other endpoint which could be on any other CXP.
Okay, and this connectivity between those CXPs, are you wholesaling that from the telcos, or how are you doing that?
So again, we are leveraging cloud providers' network underneath. So what we are doing is we are building overlay network on the cloud providers' infrastructure or network. So basically, what we are doing is we are virtualizing the cloud network. So you can think of it as any cloud underneath, and we build a virtual cloud network for a customer on top of it.
Could you talk a little bit about the business value or the cost? When you're doing this inside that one cloud provider using the tools that they provide, they're charging you, right, for each additional region that you're connecting. Is there a money-saving aspect to this?
Yes, certainly. So Jim, very good point. Our charging model is very similar to the cloud, that of the cloud providers. We charge on an hourly basis, whether it's the number of connections coming into the CXP or the type of services deploy or the bandwidth, etc. Because of the consolidation of the overall capabilities, there is savings in a single cloud, but there is enormous saving in the multi-cloud environment. We have done TCO analysis for multiple customers now. The savings are coming to over 40% for each one of the customers so far. So it's very beneficial for the customers. In one case, we were able to reduce the total number of nodes from 384 to about 60 something. So there's not only cost savings directly related to this. There's resource training. There's operations costs. The day 2 operations becomes much simpler because this is a very consolidated, very easy to utilize and understand type of an environment. Even if you wanted to gain full visibility, let's say from the analytics perspective, it's not possible unless you deploy many different types of clouds, tools in the cloud to achieve that across multiple clouds. So yeah, I mean, consolidation is a big play here and saves a lot of money.